Good evening. Oh, that's really loud. Wow, I'll stand back a bit. Firstly, can I thank you, Bishop, for your inspirational words. TCC is deeply appreciative of your patronage. We're thrilled that you could join us tonight. Thank you for your continued support. As the current chair of TCC, I'd like to welcome everyone to this evening's festivities, which celebrate the 30th anniversary of this amazing charity. To be able to celebrate TCC having thrived for 30 years is incredible. What a fantastic achievement. I recently came across a quote from Barack Obama, and it seemed to me that it could have related directly to the people who were involved with TCC at its inception. He said, and this echoes the words of our patron, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." So many people have played a part over the last 30 years to make this charity what it is today. A powerful, respected, inspirational facilitator for community organising, bringing together an alliance committed to listening, empowering communities, and bringing about positive change. The last 30 years have not always been easy. There have been many challenges, not least the constant need to secure funding. TCC does not accept any government or local authority funding, so relies on grants from various funders, membership dues from our member groups, and perhaps most importantly, funds from people who are part of our supporter programme. Competition for funding is intense. I was shocked to discover in a recent second round meeting with a potential funder last month that 96% of organisations who had applied for that funding had failed to get to the second round. It's testament to the commitment, enthusiasm and expertise of the current and former staff teams at TCC that funding bids have been won over the last 30 years. I know that we're joined tonight by some of our funders. I extend a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for your belief in TCC. We're incredibly lucky to have so many of our member groups represented here tonight. Your membership dues are an important part of our finances. We thank you for that. But your commitment and participation over the last 3 decades is just as, if not more, important. And a special welcome and heartfelt thanks to those who contribute to our supporter programme. Some of our supporters have contributed since the very start and continue to do so, and some are here tonight. We're delighted to be able to share this milestone with you. Everyone here tonight has some connection with TCC, and it's wonderful that so many of you have turned out to celebrate with us and to look forward to what's to come over the next 30 years. When I was asked to speak this evening, it was suggested that I tell my story of how I became involved with TCC. I hope you'll indulge me for a minute or two to talk about someone who inspired me to get involved. I've been familiar with the name of TCC for the last 30 years. My father, the late Reverend Gerald Griffiths, signed the Constitution. He was a priest who joined the ministry fairly late in life at the age of 47. He was an advocate of liberation theology, which promotes actively working to dismantle unjust systems and structures that cause poverty and inequality. It had always troubled him that St. Mark's Church in Kaya Park had never had its own priest, and he badgered the incumbent Bishop of St. Asaph to allow him to serve in Kaya Park. He felt passionate that St. Mark's should have its own priest. So you can imagine why TCC was just up his street. He and my mum were heavily involved for a number of years. So when a vacancy came up for a representative from the church I attend, I put my hand up. I'd like to pay testament to the trustees of TCC, past and present, who have volunteered their skills and their time over the years. It's no surprise that TCC continues to attract the calibre of our current board. We really are blessed to have such great people. I've had first-hand knowledge of the huge difference that TCC has made and continues to make to the lives of those whose voices were hitherto struggling to be heard, and I feel humbled to be a small part of it. It would be wholly wrong of me to conclude without paying testament to the staff of TCC, past and present. I've been involved with the current team for the last 3.5 years. What an inspirational bunch of fantastic people. You can't help but be swept along by their passion and commitment. So tonight we'll hear from a number of speakers who've been closely associated with TCC over the last 30 years. We'll break bread together. There's music and dancing at the end, so hopefully we can echo the words of the band Shalimar. I know not everybody in the room will know who Shalimar is. Certainly Charlotte won't have heard of them. But let's make this a night to remember. And looking forward to the next 30 years, we could maybe resonate with the words of Archbishop Desmond Tutu when he said, "Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world." Thank you for your support of TCC, and have a good evening.